Good morning. So I had a restful afternoon and evening yesterday. Super glad I stayed at the Joe Dodge Lodge. Took me a second. And I had a good dinner last night and a really good breakfast this morning. And now I'm starting the Wildcats. So a mile into my hike, which was the easy part of the day. And now I'm about to start a 2-mile climb up to Wildcat D peak. And I've been told this is like the hardest climb in the Whites. So I'm about to get started. I'm really nervous. So I'm just gonna take it slow and see how it goes. All right, I put my trekking poles away because I'm already at a section that I'm gonna have to use hands and feet to get up. And I have been trying to figure it out and I cannot figure out how to get up here. Let me show you. So there's like this narrow walkway here going straight up until you get there. I can't figure it out. Okay, so I got up that tough section. Thankfully, there were 2 other hikers who came up behind me. They were able to help guide me up the mountain. They were standing below so they could see what I wasn't able to see. So that took me a while to get up, but once the other hikers showed up, it was easy. So I just needed an extra set of eyes to tell me where to put my feet and hands, and then I got it. So now, still hiking. I don't even know how far I've gone, but not far. All right, so like I said, this is a 2-mile climb. I've gone 1.3 miles and it is, I've been hiking for 2 hours. Oh, it's exhausting, but I'm doing it. This is my current climb. You know, it's just hand over foot, hand over hand, whatever you say, using all 4 extremities, just crawling up a mountain basically. I think I made it to the summit of Wildcat D. Looks like it's a ski area. All right, I was mistaken. That was not the summit. The summit's still 1/10 of a mile up. Now I'm at the summit. That's good. Good feeling. All right, so I've done the summit to Wildcat D. Then I did the 2-mile traverse over to Wildcat. Now I'm climbing down into Carter's Dome. So hasn't been too bad of a hike since I got up to Wildcat D. There's definitely some rock scrambles and, you know, climbing over boulders and things, but hasn't been too bad. And I'm about halfway down to Carter Notch right now, and this also isn't too bad of a hike. So I'm thankful for that. I know I still have hard miles to come today, so I'm thankful for some of the ones that are a little bit easier. It's currently 1:13, and in half a mile or so I'll be at Carter Notch Hut, and I'm hoping to get some food there before I finish on the rest of my day. Okay, I stopped at the Carter Notch Hut and had some coffee cake, and now I'm starting my climb, or I'm halfway up my climb to Carter Dome. And it's not a terribly difficult climb, but it's very steep, so I'm tired. And I've only hiked like 6.2 3 miles or something today, and it's 2:42. I have another like 6.5 miles or something until I get to camp. So it's gonna be a late night. I have been told that once I get to this summit, the next few miles will go pretty quick and it'll be easier. But then there's like a descent into camp that I guess is really, really, really tough. So we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping to be at camp by 6:30. It's like a little less than 4 hours to do 6.5 miles. We'll see. It doesn't even matter. I'll get there when I get there. It's 5 p.m. and I still have 3.4 more miles to go. And the last 2 miles of the day are supposed to be like a really sketchy downhill section. It's hard to not get discouraged out here. I feel like I'm working so hard and I just don't get the miles I expect. But oh well, I'm just gonna keep at it. I just really am anxious about doing that section of the descent in the dark. But I'm not sure I have a choice right now. I guess I could find a south site, but I have a time crunch tomorrow with a shuttle pickup, so I'm not sure what to do. Keep at it, I guess. Okay, so it's 6:30 and I have 1.3 miles to go. I'm working on the descent right now. It's definitely challenging, definitely. There have been a couple tricky spots, but for the most part, this is kind of normal, like descents, and it's not that ridiculous so far. Again, 1.3 more miles, we'll see. Yeah, so just pressing forward. I think sunset's probably like 8:15 to 8:30, 6:30 now. I'm sure I'll be fine. Funny how I'm quick to like kind of panic and be anxious, and I think that's because I'm hiking alone. Yeah, I can talk more about that another time, but I gotta keep hiking. 1.3 miles. All right, it's 7:40 and I made it to Imp campsite. It says it's 0.3 miles off trail, which is super unfortunate. I thought it was 0.2 and I realized it's just 1/10 of a mile difference, but it means a lot to us when we have what we call bonus miles. But glad to be here.